Accredited by Visa, MasterCard, JCB, UPI and PCI Council, GPS is at the forefront of providing integrated processing services for banks and financial institutions, while remaining committed to satisfy clients' needs efficiently and effectively through superior technology, excellent support, without forgetting to maximize shareholder value by sustaining healthy and profitable growth through clients-focused services such as card issuing, ATM and POS acquiring, national and international switching, card personalization and printing, and value-added services. The story of GPS has been that of a company with a pioneering vision and a determination to succeed with excellence at every step of the way. In the first 5 years of operation, GPS began with acquiring and issuing credit card services. At a later stage, the ATM driving service was introduced. In 2008, we helped our client to comply with
GPS, or Global Payment Services Company, as it is profoundly renowned. From the time of its inception in 2004, until now, it has in several ways revolutionized the financial standing of the majority. From being one of the leading third-party processors who are skilled in outsourcing electronic payment services globally and, in the MENA region, their objective to provide efficient and reliable processing at a reasonable price, has just strengthened their foundation in the Bahraini market. Driving excellence in payment services, which was held at the Four Seasons Hotel, not just saw experts congratulate and highlight the innovations GPS was introducing in the market, but also saw its achievements brandished, that stand as the testimony for the success Bahrain economy enjoys. Stay tuned to what the experts offer exclusively to Bahrain now.
First of all, I like to congratulate GPS and its chairman and the board and its shareholders for being such a successful Bahraini company. It is heartening to see that there are so many Bahraini companies who are doing this type of business. For example, Credimax is a Bahraini company, and all the other shareholders are Bahraini company. GPS is a Bahraini company. It started, the idea started in 2004, and it is grown, and it's a very successful company. So I'm very pleased to see that in Bahrain. Definitely, because it will contribute. I'm not saying just because of GPS, but GPS can contribute in developing Bahrain in the field of finance, in the field of technology, in the field of services they provide, and also in hopefully training Bahrainis and creating new capabilities. Well, cyber security, and now because everything is digital, there are risks associated with digitalization. Therefore, it's important to make sure that these digitization are secure from any cyber attacks. So therefore, GPS and the like using the other processes like blockchain and so on, will minimize the risk, and sometimes it can reduce it. But the hackers always come with new ideas and new ways. So therefore, the market has to keep up with these. That's why they have what they call white hat hackers or ethical hackers. These are used by some companies, employ them to check. They are hackers, but they help the organization in finding loopholes in the system so that the firm take care. Technology is moving very fast, and with technology moving fast, there is a new generation coming up of young people who are very skilled in digitization and IT and so on. And some of them like to use their skills in proving to themselves that they can hack into things and so on. But there are many benefits from it, which is, of course, if it's used the right way, it can benefit the whole community and will make life easier and more secure for the future generation.
I will have a presentation about the trends of the payment industry, and also about the technology trends in general. I can tell you that today we are very progressing in the digital transformation of the payment sector, of the payment industry. We are integrating a lot of new technologies like blockchain, like artificial intelligence and other technologies to improve the customer experience. I think it's very important, and also to improve other functions like fraud monitoring, like credit management and other topics in the payment industry. Today, I can say that we have three main trends, three main description of the industry of payments. First one is the question of the customer. Is the customer of company A or company B or company C, etc. Every company would like to have this customer as the main customer, and that is really a very important trend in the market. The second one is about the data analysis. We talk about the monetization of data. Data is very important to know better the customer, the habit of the customer, the consumption habits of the customer, and to be able to propose to the customer the right products, the right services, and I think it's very important also in this market. The third one is about the customer experience, the user experience. And the trend today is to merge the purchase and payment transaction in one transaction. For example, we have today Amazon Go, which developed a system without payment. That means the payment is invisible. The customer can serve himself and can leave without paying, because the artificial intelligence with cameras, etc., the system is able to know exactly what has been purchased, what is exactly the amount to pay, and what is the account to be debited. Everything is automatic. That are the main three trends of the payment sector. Best example of blockchain application is Bitcoin. As you know, the cryptocurrency Bitcoin, which is the first real case using this technology. But of course, blockchain today is experienced by a lot of institutions, banks and others, but not only in the finance and the payment sector, in all sectors. Every transaction between two parties could be done without any intermediation. And that is the distinctive point about technology. We don't need an intermediate institution to make a transaction. And of course, for the payment, a lot of applications, cryptocurrency first, like Bitcoin, but it could be national, it could be private, it could be other kind of cryptocurrency. We have experienced in our system the clearing and settlement system between banks for interoperability of electronic payments. We use this technology to improve the settlement, the clearing and the settlements between banks, which could be in real time and with less cost and without any limit in terms of volumes. It could be unlimited. I think that is another application of blockchain. And of course, I can tell you that the maturity of the blockchain will be achieved, will be reached in 5 to 10 years. That means today we have a lot of promises about this technology, but it's still under experimentation. For online payment services, of course, it could be done through blockchain, but there are other systems that could be do the same, and maybe today with the level of the technology of blockchain, better than the blockchain. The main problem of blockchain is the power required, the energy required by, I give you an example, of the Bitcoin, the energy consumed by the system is the equivalent of a country like Ireland. It's huge. Of course, we are trying new type of technologies of blockchain to reduce this. We have private blockchains because Bitcoin is a public blockchain. We have consortium blockchain. We are experiencing as a POC, as a proof of concept, a lot of enhancement of this technology to reduce this constraint. And of course, when it will be happen, of course, the online will be immediate, which is not, unfortunately, the case of Bitcoin. Bitcoin required 10 minutes before to process one block containing only 3,600 transactions, which is nothing. That means the performance of the Bitcoin today is about 6 or 7 transactions per second. It's not enough. A system like Visa, for example, I think in the peak, they are able to process more than 50,000 transactions per second. 50,000 or 60,000 transactions per second compared to 6 or 7. That means we have a lot of effort to do to improve this technology. But of course, waiting this, a lot of application could be experienced to be able in the coming years to use this technology as a system for payment for other applications.
Obviously, I mean, today we are introducing GPS in the market. And it is gathering for all GPS clients, customers, people in the industry. It's a light discussion, or some speeches introduce GPS and enlightening about new innovation and technologies. GPS is a third-party processing company. We enable banks and financial institutions to issue Visa and MasterCard, credit card, debit card, and so forth. The payment instruments, as well as acceptance from ATM and point of sales. So the pros or the advantage, it helps banks to control their cost in order to outsource their services to us, and we run it on their behalf. No, we have been a long time in the market. We want to just highlight GPS, that we have been serving the market for the past 14 years. We have been serving key banking. We are expanding regionally, and this is the reason just to make GPS very well known in the market.